Welcome to the Michigan Golfer Show. Join us each week as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great game.
Phyllis, Barone, Michigan golfer. We're here with one of our good friends, Greggy Johnson, with Greg Johnson Media, and we're in Franklin Hills today. And Greg is covering the Golf Association of Michigan 100th Championship, right, Greggy?
Right, it's the 100th anniversary of the GAM Championship, which is essentially, you know, the championship of GAM members, men. They all have to have really low handicaps, so it's really the best. It's the best players in the state because there's 60,000 GAM members, and it's the best players out of those.
And a lot of the guys, Greggy, that are playing in it are on college scholarships.
Yeah, I would say probably half the field is college scholarship kids. The other half is, you know, the best player at all the clubs around the state. So, you know, it's a lot of really good players and younger players. It's not really the senior guys. It's all the young guys, the 20s and 30-year-olds who can really play still.
Well, I was watching some of those guys hit, and they're blasting it, 300 yards off the tee?
Yeah, that's pretty normal for these kids. So this course, they don't hit driver on every hole because this course is, you know, still a little bit shorter than, you know, modern standards, which are ridiculous. But this is a classic, wonderful golf course. One of the best golf courses in the state, easily one of the best manicured golf courses. It's a Donald Ross design. It's fantastic. They're all loving playing it. I've heard 5 or 6 say it's my favorite golf course I've ever played in a GAM event. So, you know, we're getting those kind of reactions, and that's what it is. Franklin Hills is a joy to play. We don't get to play here very often. I think this is the 6th time in 100 years, but, you know, at least they're giving it back to us every once in a while, so it's great.
Well, and give us a little bit of a history, Greggy, about the club. I understand that it was primarily Jewish, and it was started from a group of Jewish people that they were shunned way back in the day, like in 1926 maybe or something like that. So they created a whole new golf club, right?
Yeah, I think it's like a lot of clubs. You started with a group of people that felt the need to have a recreation place and a place to play golf, and you know they felt like they weren't getting into other clubs, and so they came out here. And this was, we're talking probably dirt roads at the time when they built it, and had Donald Ross do his thing. So it's, you know, it's similar to Oakland Hills and some of the other Ross courses, and Detroit Country Club and Detroit Golf Club, you know, Country Club of Detroit and Detroit Golf Club, that, you know, they were built so long ago when they were really in the country and they were really country clubs. Now, of course, they're part of the city, you know. So.
Well, we have several Donald Ross courses in Michigan. You mentioned a couple. You said Rose Hill, Detroit Golf Club, Oakland Hills. Can you name a couple others?
Oh, there's a bunch. There's one in almost every town. There's Muskegon Country Club is a wonderful Donald Ross. There used to be one called the Highlands in Grand Rapids. That's become a nature park, unfortunately. But no, there's several just in this area. You know, and there are a lot from that era, the 1920s. That's when that was like the first golf course boom in America, when they started building all kinds of them. And they were having the guys who came over from Scotland, the golf pros, and Donald Ross and Willie Park and people like that, build them. And this is what we ended up with. And they're still classic today. That's the thing. You know, the modern designers study these guys because they're hoping to recreate something that's just as special.
Well, I tell you, I just came out today and I'm just looking at the course, and it seems like it's so manicured you don't even want to set your club down on the ground.
Yeah, I think that's what the members expect here. So, you know, I think they have a big maintenance budget, and it's pretty, I'm sure it's not cheap to join here. So you know, it's one of those, if you have to ask, you're probably not worthy, you know. So I don't ask. I just make sure I don't run over any flowers and you know, try to watch incredible golf because it kind of brings out the best in the players too.
So just give us a little brief update on who's in the lead today, going into the last day of the tournament.
Yeah, going into the last day of the tournament, Zach Robbins, who's from Grand Rapids, he plays at Cleveland State. He's a college kid. He's going back for his senior year. He was leading by 1 over James Pyatt, the Michigan State All-American, who just played really well in the Western Amateur, and he's probably our top-ranked amateur in Michigan nationally, and played in the NCAAs. He's kind of done it all, and he won this in 2018 at Meadowbrook. So he's really good, and so they're out there, and then Bradley Smithson, who also is at Michigan State. He's from Grand Rapids, so and him and Zach went to the same high school, only they were like 3 years apart. Okay. But Bradley plays at Michigan State now, and so he's a teammate of Hyatt. They're the last group, and Bradley won the Michigan Open earlier this summer, so he's in the hunt too. And I got, it's going to depend on who makes birdies on the back nine today, I think. So because they all thrash it and then they hit wedges.
Well, Greggy, there's a couple guys that are from your area, Grand Rapids. It's exciting.
Yeah, I know their families. I know their parents, and I know the clubs they belong to and all that. So yeah, it's kind of fun to see the Grand Rapids guys, just because I know the people that care about them and the people that taught them. And like Zach said yesterday, he went and got a lesson from John Seltzer, who's a teaching pro in Grand Rapids, the son of Jack Seltzer, who's a Hall of Famer from Flint. And John's originally from Flint, but he's been in Grand Rapids for a few years now, and so Zach went and got work done last week, and all of a sudden he's leading the tournament, so that's pretty cool.
Well, we're going to interview whoever wins in a few, how long is it going to be? Maybe a couple more hours?
Yeah, we got about 2 hours to go. They're about to make the turn right now, the leadership group, and it was neck and neck. Pyatt had a 1-shot lead on Zach, and Brad was 2 shots behind, so they're fighting it out.
Okay, well, stay tuned. We'll find out who the winner is in a couple hours. Thank you, Greg Johnson Media, for being with us today.
Thanks, Phyllis. It was a joy.
Professional, Jeff and his staff, Josh. Give them a big round of applause. Thank you, Jeff. Short guy too, Brian Schweihoff, the head superintendent. I think he's out working somehow with the great course record. But Brad Smithson, if you want to come up at 500, runner up.
Keep going, Bradley. Way to go. I'm going to hand this to you. Take a quick picture with Greg. I'm going to steal it back from you. We'll get another picture later.
We'll have one delivered to you. Okay. And then with a course record 62 today at 5 under par from Grosse Pointe Farms, runner-up Coulter Smith.
Great tournament. Yeah, that's for you.
Phyllis Barone, Michigan golfer. We're here with Coulter Smith, University of Wisconsin golfer, and you actually played a lot of golf at Grosse Pointe.
Yeah, Country Club of Detroit. So yeah, I'm from Grosse Pointe and I play at Country Club of Detroit.
So, okay, an exciting day for you. You shot the what? Lowest score ever?
Yeah, I did. I played really well today and made a lot of birdies, so it was a lot of fun.
So it's the lowest score recorded at Franklin Hills Country Club, correct?
Yes, it is.
And what is that number again?
62.
And I guess the last score was 64 back, way back when, in 19 what? Remember?
Yeah, I think they said it was 63 in 1964, something like that.
Oh my gosh, that's before you were born, right?
Yeah, far before I was born.
So, what's your aspiration? Do you want to become like a pro golfer one day, or what are you thinking?
Yeah, I do. So I have 3 years left at school, and then yeah, after those 3 years, I definitely want to try to turn pro and make it to the school.
So, it's not that easy to become a golfer or touring pro.
Yes.
So, do you have any plans, or what are you thinking that, along might take you? Or?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, a lot of it depends on how you play in college and in the summer. So, basically a lot of like the steps that you need to take and kind of where you need to move and things like that depends on how you play. So I have 3 years to figure it out, and then after those 3 years, I'll have a lot better of an idea.
Well, this course today, Franklin, obviously gives you a good test of golf. I mean, it's a Donald Ross design. I guess the greens were stumping out. They said about 12 and a half. So it wasn't easy today, right?
No, I hit it really well. So the pins were in some really hard spots, but luckily I was able to hit it close. So I putted well, and yeah, I didn't hit many bad shots, that's for sure.
And have you played the course before?
No, I played a practice round on Sunday, and that was the first time I played it. So the course is awesome, and I definitely enjoyed it this week.
Are you partial to Donald Ross designs, or there's so many new modern courses right now? You know what I'm saying? Like Donald Ross.
Yeah. I like him with the old designers. My home course is really old too, so I've always liked the older country clubs a lot because I feel like it fits my game a little bit better.
So do you like? I mean, it's a little tighter. So does that work with your game pretty well?
Yeah, I like that because I hit it straighter. I don't hit it as far as some people. So yeah, the tighter it is, normally the better for me.
Great. Well, listen, thank you for being with us, and we wish you the best of luck. Hopefully one day we'll see you on the tour.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks for being with us.
And now our champion of the 100th GAM championship with a score of 7 under par from Canton's two-time champion, James Pyatt.
Remember, this is don't pull a Morikawa. That's right. You're going. You gotta make a speech.
Speech.
I gotta make a speech. Put this down.
Yep.
Well, first and foremost, I want to say thank you to everyone of Franklin Hills, the maintenance staff, everyone in the shop. Really appreciate you guys having us out here this week. It was phenomenal. I mean, by far the purest place. As Ken said, that I played in Michigan, and it's a phenomenal track. Also want to thank my parents for coming out and all the support they give me in my hand as well. The GAM staff for everything you guys do to make these events happen. We really appreciate it, and there's nothing better than playing in a local GAM.
Phyllis, Barone, Michigan golfer. We're here with the winner of the 100th GAM championship of Franklin Hills, James Pyatt. So you won today. How does it feel?
It feels phenomenal. I mean, coming out here and being able to get it done, it's always a great feeling being able to win, and I really appreciate you guys having me on right now.
And so what did you think of the course?
The course was by far one of the best spots I played in Michigan. I mean, it was fantastic condition. I mean, there's no complaints. There's not a grass blade out of position, so it was phenomenal. I mean, I had a blast out here, and it was a great challenge.
And you just came and you played where?
I was at the Western Am, so it was a big time event in Chicago, and had a good week, finished in the Sweet 16, so just keeping the momentum rolling.
Well, that's phenomenal. And you're headed to the USAM and you're going to Oakland.
Yes, I am. So looking forward to that next week. Leaving Friday and teeing it Monday, so ready to go.
Great. And you're from Canton, Michigan, and you're going to Michigan State, and you are currently the number one player in Michigan State.
Yes, I am. So it was a big deal this week being able to kind of defend that title and keep the momentum rolling, as I said.
So what are your aspirations to become a tournament?
It's everything I've dreamed of since a kid. I've always, thought about that, and that's no doubt in my mind what I want to do in my life.
Well, good. Well, we look forward to seeing you on the tour, and congratulations and good luck next week.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thanks for being